What is a gift? Any payment or other benefit that confers a personal benefit for which you did not provide payment or services of equal or greater value. Gifts don't always have bows. They can include a discount or rebate that is not made to other members of the public, including meals, food, and drink, including tickets to events, certain kinds of travel, including professional or personal services. Gift restrictions. Potential influence rule. No public servant or candidate for city office can accept a gift when it is reasonably foreseeable that the public servant or candidate could be influenced by the gift in the performance of an official act. This includes gifts of any value, and this prohibition applies to all public servants, regardless of whether you file a Form 700. And note, avoid rationalization traps such as, "I deserve this because..." If you're receiving a personal benefit for merely doing your job, that is a yellow flag, and you should probably call the PEC to check it out. In addition to the potential influence rule, all public servants are limited from receiving gifts as follows. $50 limit on persons doing business with the city. No public servant may solicit or accept more than $50 in gifts or loans each year from a person who the public servant knows or has reason to know is one of the following: a person doing business with or seeking to do business with the department of the public servant, or a person who during the prior 12 months knowingly attempted to influence the public servant in any legislative or administrative action. $250 general gift limit. A public servant or candidate for city office who must file a Form 700 may not accept gifts of more than $250 from a single source in a calendar year. Multiple gifts over the course of the year are aggregated. $50 reporting threshold. A public servant, Form 700 filer, must report on the Form 700 all gifts of over $50 in aggregate per year. How is the value of a gift determined? Fair market value, face value, cost price of similar items. And note, see Form 700 instructions for more information about reporting requirements. Restrictions on the source of gifts. A lobbyist or lobbying firm may not be an agent or intermediary in making a gift from another person to a public servant. Any intermediary of a gift is required to disclose the true source of the gift to the recipient. And keep in mind, a public servant or candidate for city office may request advice from the PEC regarding the legality of accepting a specific gift. Exceptions to the gift limits. The following gift exceptions are not required to be reported on Form 700. Gifts from your spouse or former spouse, child, parent, grandparent, grandchild, brother, sister, current or former parent-in-law, brother-in-law, sister-in-law, aunt, uncle, niece, nephew, or first cousin, or the spouse of any such person. Gifts commonly exchanged between you and another individual on holidays, birthdays, or similar occasions to the extent that the gifts exchanged are not substantially disproportionate in value. Personalized plaques and trophies with an individual value of less than $250. Items received by a public servant during an employee gift exchange, so long as the items received are provided by another employee of the agency and the gifts are not substantially disproportionate in value. There are more gift exceptions. Please see the FPPC fact sheet on gifts. Now let's apply these rules to a few hypothetical situations. First, meet Rick. Rick is a contract compliance officer for the city. Rick falls in disclosure categories 4 through 15, which requires him to disclose income received from investments or in businesses that provide services and supplies to the city. Rick is filling out his Form 700 and is trying to determine whether he needs to disclose a gift worth $500 he received from his neighbor Paul, who is a consultant that does not do business with the city. Does Rick have to report this gift? That's right. You selected the correct response. Rick deals with a lot of private companies in his job as a city contract compliance officer. He is invited out to dinner by Veronica, a salesperson who represents one of the companies that Rick deals with regularly. Rick's portion was $90. Veronica picks up the tab for both herself and Rick. Is this okay? That is correct. A public servant may not accept a gift valued at more than $50 from a source that is doing or seeking to do business with the city. Also remember that a public servant may not accept a gift if it is reasonably foreseeable that the public servant could be influenced by the gift in the performance of an official act. Is it possible to ungift a gift? Yes, if you do one of these things within 30 days of receiving the gift: pay for it, donate it to a 501c3 without taking a deduction, return the gift. If you are ungifting a gift by paying for it, you only need to pay for the portion of the gift above the gift limit. And here's a tip. The FPPC's Gift Tracker app is a great tool that helps keep track of the gifts received in a calendar year and provides a quick and easy way to populate Schedule D, the gift reporting schedule of the Form 700. You can download the app here. Contact the FPPC or the PEC for advice on accepting or reporting of gifts.